Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the BII's AGM 2025. Just going to go through a few housekeeping bits with you all. If you wouldn't mind all turning your selves to mute and turning your cameras off just to keep bandwidth down a little bit, that would be amazing. And thank you, everybody. And then if you've got any questions during the meeting, if you could please use the chat function, which is hopefully for most of you down the bottom of your screen, but I appreciate some people's Zooms are different, but you should see a chat box down the bottom. And if you send to the host, which is BII Communications team, we'll be able to pass questions on to the relevant people and answer those during the question time. We're taking votes on several resolutions today, and we'll also be using the polling function, which is in the Zoom universe. So the chair of the BII, who is Mark Robson currently, will announce when the polls are taking place, allow some time for everyone to vote, and then we'll announce the result of the vote when the poll has closed. Please note we are recording today, so we are going to turn all cameras and audio off anyway, but obviously if you really don't want to be seen, then please turn your cameras off. The votes are all recorded anonymously, so we won't know who's voted for what, and we also have proxy votes from people who couldn't make the meeting, so those will be added to the count by the BII team today. So without further ado, I'd like to move us to the first agenda item, which is to receive the chair's report and introduce to you our chair, Mark Robson, who will take us through the last year of the BII. Mark, over to you.
Thank you, Molly, and good morning, everybody. Thank you, as ever, for attending our annual general meeting today. As a reminder, the purpose of the BII is to keep pubs thriving at the heart of every community. We do this around our key pillars: inspire, develop, and support. To inspire, sharing best practice from across the membership via BII news, our events and award platforms, and our communications with members. Developed from our newly launched training hub and resources through to support for all pub staff via our workforce platform, and support from our 9 helplines, guides, tools, industry experts and trusted partners. The BII is here to help. In May this year, we surveyed our members around what they see as the priorities from government for support in the future, as well as the support they value and need from the BII, and I'll run through these results. These were the priorities of our members told us that matter most for them: representing independent pubs to government, improving business efficiency and growing trade, independent expert support, and improving customer service and development and training their teams. In the same survey, we asked members what benefits they valued most about the BII, and you can see here how they responded. Looking ahead, we use all of these insights to shape our future support to our members over the next 12 months. We're always listening to and acting on the support that our members need. We amplify their voices using our network, which includes our fantastic ambassadors who support the BII with attendance at trade shows, speaking opportunities, MP meetings, and much more. Their expertise and support is invaluable. One of the vital ways we interact with members is by visiting as many as possible to talk through their challenges, meet their teams where they work, and understand the importance of their place in their communities. Steve is passionate about this, and he tries to visit as many operators as possible whenever he can. Our brilliant membership team has grown in recent years to enable us to offer support to our members, not only with answering incoming inquiries, but also in making proactive calls to hear their challenges, signpost them to the support they need, and make them aware of the help and guidance available through their membership. We are incredibly proud of the work they do, and we are on track to make 65,000 calls by the end of this year. In addition to the valuable data we get from these conversations, both in person and on the phone, we regularly survey members to give us more in-depth view of their trading, challenges, and the support they need, whether directly to BIA members or in conjunction with other industry trade bodies. They are vital for taking the voice of members to the press, consumers, and of course directly to government. The Our Pub campaign follows on from the My Pub campaign last year, and is encouraging members to share the message with their teams, customers and suppliers about the unfair tax burden they face as small businesses in their community. Supported by our fantastic ambassadors, we have shared videos of them directly speaking about the huge pressures they face, personalising the challenges for pubs and bringing greater understanding to consumers and government about why we urgently need support. All of our work has led to media coverage in the national press and TV, with Steve Alton speaking from the Blue Ball Worrell last month, and ambassadors and licensee of the year winners, amongst others, getting coverage. This has been vital in taking our message to government and the general public, seeing a greater understanding of why it is costing so much to visit our brilliant pubs. Last week, we joined some of our ambassadors to take that message directly into Parliament with Minister Thomas from the Department of Business and Trade. This led to an important underlining in the House of Commons debate that hospitality is truly the backbone of our high streets and the lifeblood of our communities. Our communication team continues to share all of our resources, stories from members, vital information, and more in several ways. Through the BII News, our quarterly magazine, bringing key issues, member insight, and actionable information to our members. Through In Focus, strong engagement via our weekly e-newsletter. Through members' letters with regular updates on key issues and government engagement. Of course, on social media, bringing CEO updates and the latest news to licensees. We continue to engage and share updates via our platforms. And we also produce numerous webinars and podcasts, guides and resources as is needed by our members. Our Licensee of the Year award brings the best of the best to the forefront, where 6 finalists are whittled down to the eventual champion. This year's finalists were yet again a fantastic representation of everything that is brilliant about pubs and the people that run them. The winners, Mike Dove and Tommy Higgs from the Three Horseshoes in Witney, have already been making fantastic representations for our sector on local and national media, as well as in the round table meeting. Outside of the Licensee of the Year award, we create and attend many different events to share best practice, take the voice of members to the people that matter, and showcase the services and support we provide to the whole sector. The National Innovation and Training Awards and People Conference in November celebrates the excellence of training and development in the sector and brings industry voices together to educate, network, and foster relationships with individuals and companies from the pub world and beyond. And again, we are key partners for the pub show at Excel next March. Sustainability is a key necessity for pubs cutting costs, waste, and energy usage. Our Sustainable Champion Award has gone from strength to strength since launch, and we now have over 700 pubs recognised for delivering sustainable practices. Workforce is our newest membership platform, provided free of charge and is open to anyone working in the sector. The aim is to share positive and inspiring stories from across the industry, championing the careers available in our sector and helping us to further support BII members with the development and support of their teams. Now, more than ever, the need to care for the well-being of our teams is of the utmost importance. And with well-being at the forefront of everybody's minds, we have recently joined forces with the Licensed Trade Charity to ensure we do all we can to build resilience across all areas of the pub sector. Our focus is on business support and shared best practice, partner perfectly with the huge resources in emotional, financial and practical support that the LTC provide. We will always be led by the voice of our members, and through our surveys, regular email and social media communications, and our fantastic help desk team. We have more connection points than we ever have had. As a charity and a membership organisation, we are supported in so many ways by our members, ambassadors, industry friends and partners. At the heart of the BII is collaboration, and we are incredibly fortunate to be supported in this by our Board of Trustees, who advise, guide, and bring in their own expertise and experience to shape what we do. We have award-winning operators and industry experts alike, so I'd like to take time to thank them for all they give, or for giving their time so freely, and for their invaluable support for the BII and the industry as a whole. And we'll be voting on a few new additions to this board later. As you may know, my time as BII Chair will end today with the ratification of our Chair-elect Clive Price. With some strong candidates for the role, we were delighted to announce Clive's appointment earlier this year. His experience in the sector, running Barron's Pub Company as a multi-site operator, will be invaluable in the support he can give the trustee board and the BII team going forward. Lastly, looking ahead, the three main priorities over the next year will be continued engagement with our members through further outbound calls and sharing best practice via our award platforms, supporting members and their teams in the face of continued challenges and cost pressures, and engaging with government to ensure members' voices are heard and to call for the support our sector urgently needs. So, are there any questions for me at all? If they are, as Molly mentioned earlier, please fire them into the BII comms via the chat box. Okay, if not, we will move on to the second agenda item, which is to receive the report of council together with the audited accounts for the year ended 31st December 2024. And I'm very pleased to introduce Sheila Singh, the BII's Head of Finance, who's going to take us through these.
Thanks, Mark. As Mark has covered, the full BII team appreciate the significant pressures our members are under and will continually work on ways to support them through their tough times. In the published accounts for the year ending December 2024, we have reported an overall surplus of £297,000. However, this includes an exceptional gain of £331,000 related to the sale of the awarding body to the Skills and Education Group. Without this, we are reporting a trading deficit of £35,000. During 2024, our revenue grew by 7% to £1.8 million. Majority of the growth has come from an increase in our membership, and at the end of 2024, our individual members' numbers were over 13,000. Like our members, we have also felt the brunt of inflationary cost increases, and where possible, the team have worked hard to keep costs under control. Year-on-year expenditure is up 12%, with majority of the cost increase due to the investment in growing the BII team to support our members. Our key financial strategy is to ensure we reinvest all our income to support our members. Since the sale of the awarding body in 2021, we have grown our remaining workforce from 18 to 26 full and part-time employees. This has allowed us to increase calls to our members. We aim to speak to each member 3 times a year, and this is on top of the calls we receive from our members for support and guidance. We have had positive feedback from our members for these proactive calls, and they have also allowed us to gain another source of insight. We are still a relatively small team, and everything we do and offer is created and launched by the team internally, including the amazing events and award ceremony we have during the year. During the year, we have produced many more guides, podcasts, blogs, and we continue to look at ways to expand our membership offer. In the early part of 2024, we successfully launched our workforce platform, which, as Mark explained, is so important for licensees now more than ever, as it gives them the tools to further develop and multi-skill their current workforce, enabling them to run a smooth, efficient, and profitable business. We have also been developing a direct training platform, which will grow in the coming months, and with some free courses that again will benefit our members and their teams. In January 2023, the Board of Trustees made a decision to move some of the reserves that the BII have been able to build up from the sale of the awarding body into an investment fund, which continues to grow positively. The investment was put in place to offset inflation and develop capabilities to support our members. Total reserves, including investment, is in a good and stable position of £1.9 million. That value does include the unrealised investment income of £139,000. It gives the BII resilience for the future and the capability to drive member growth and invest in capital assets to support the members. The Council reviews the reserves policy every year. The 2024 accounts were audited by Sayer Vincent, and the Council have agreed to re-elect Sayer Vincent for the 2025 audit, which we voted on in this AGM. Looking forward, we are always looking to drive a value for our members through continued support and innovation in our services, and through a variety of surveys and customer service calls, we ensure we are doing everything to address our members' priorities. The BII have been a key voice into government for independently operated pubs, urging them to give our members as much support as possible, which in the short term is focused heavily on tax reductions. We have launched the Our Pub campaign, encouraging licensees to write to their local MPs, informing them of the support they need. The BII team continues to look at opportunities to grow membership on both our platforms, the BII and Workforce. This year, we are focusing on giving the member and their team support through the launch of BII training, which will provide members with a platform to access a variety of courses to help in the day-to-day running of their businesses. This will be a key focus for the remainder of the year and into 2026. In summary, the senior leadership team have a clear and concise strategic plan for growth, future development, and enhancements to provide the best support to our members, which is unchanged. Our strategy to grow core membership is key, and commercial and membership teams will invest and activate new initiatives to drive membership growth when the right opportunity comes along. And we are financially sustainable for the future with strong cash position, allowing investment opportunities as they arise. That's in the summary I've got to deliver. Are there any questions? No questions. Okay, thank you. Back to Mark. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Sheila. That was great. Right, that moves us on to the voting section of the AGM. So ahead of each vote, we will announce each motion. We'll then announce the results of each vote, taking into consideration the proxy votes that we already have. And please direct message any questions to the BII comms team using the chat box. Okay, so ordinary resolution number 1. This has been proposed by Jeremy Scorer and it has been seconded by Tim Smith. And the resolution is that the report of council and audited accounts for the year ended 31st December 2024 be and are hereby adopted. So would you please vote now? Okay, thank you all. That has been passed. Okay, resolution number 2, ordinary resolution number 2, I should say, and this has been proposed by Stephen Owens and seconded by James Nye. And the resolution is that Saya Vincent be and are hereby re-elected as auditors to hold office until the conclusion of the next AGM, at which accounts are laid before the members and that council is authorised to fix their remuneration. You could vote now, please. And that's also been passed. Thank you, everybody. Okay, we will now be voting Clive in as the new chair of the BII. This has been proposed by Joe Graham and seconded by Chris Black. And so the resolution number 3 is that Clive Price, having been nominated by council, be elected as chair of the BII for a period of 3 years. If you could vote now. Okay, that's also been passed. Thank you. And welcome, Clive. Okay, I'm sure many of you will know Martin Cousins. He has held many industry roles over the years, and his experiences provide our trustees board with various advantage points of hospitality. So ordinary resolution number 4 is that Martin Cousins, having been nominated by council, be elected as industry advisor for the BII for a period of 3 years. This has been proposed by Jeremy Scorer and seconded by Tim Smith. Please vote now. And that's been passed as well. Thank you. Okay, ordinary resolution number 5. I'm sure many of you know Katie. She's standing for a second term as a BII trustee, having served for 3 years already. Again, she's well known throughout the sector, and her role as MD of CAM provides specialist insight from across the industry. So this has been proposed by Stephen Owens and seconded by Tim Smith. And the resolution is that Katie Ann Hamilton, having been nominated by council, be elected as industry advisor of the BII for a period of 3 years. If you could vote now. And that's been passed. Thank you, everybody. Okay, we have a special resolution now. We have a number of experts from our sector who provide us with invaluable support, and we don't want to lose the understanding of the BII that they've gained during that short time. So with that in mind, we have a special resolution that will allow them to serve longer on the trustee board. So we are proposing that the Articles of Association point 37 is revised to read: the industry advisors shall hold office until the conclusion of the 3rd AGM following their election. They shall be eligible for re-election for a further term expiring at the conclusion of the 3rd AGM meeting following their re-election, and thereafter for further periods of 2 years. Where any vacancies will arise amongst the industry advisors following the retirement of any industry advisor, the council shall nominate replacement industry advisors for the election at the applicable AGM meeting to maintain the number of industry advisors at a minimum of 6. This has been proposed by Joe Graham and is seconded by Chris Black. If you would please vote now. Okay, great, that's been passed. Thank you very much. And now that special resolution has been passed, we would like Tim Smith of Shaw Gibbs to continue in his invaluable role as a BII trustee, as he has done for 6 years. Being a specialist in finance and tax planning, Tim's knowledge and expertise is really, really key. So the ordinary resolution number 6 is that Tim Smith, having been nominated by council, be elected as industry advisor of the BII for a period of 2 years. If you would, this has been proposed by Jeremy Scorer and seconded by Tim Smith. If you would vote now. Okay, that has been passed as well. Thank you, everybody, for your time and for voting. That concludes the AGM. Thank you all very much for attending. I'd also like to add my thanks as ever to the whole BII team, not only for the amazing work they do day in, day out, championing pubs up and down the country, but also for making me feel so welcome and included as part of the BII team for my two terms as chair. I thoroughly enjoyed every second of it, and obviously I wish all of the team and all BII members the very best for the future. Thank you very much for joining us today, and we shall see you next year.